What's up, everybody? Welcome to the ReCoop. I'm your host, Cooper Daniels, and today is Friday. How the hell are you people doing? How are you people doing? Is everything okay? How are we feeling? We're feeling good? Is it Friday? I haven't looked at the markets once today. All I did today was wake up, look at Twitter, and think, okay, I don't really see anything going on. There's some people fighting. This kid got knocked out for stealing some kid's phone. What's in the comments? Got served up a 10-piece drumstick, and the teacher's like, nah, I don't want any sides. Comments like that. And then I move on to the Algo fam because I'm like, why am I starting my day with such violence? Sometimes it's satisfying to see an idiot get punched in the face, but it's not the way I like to start my day. And then I remember that we got Enfolded coming on the Twitter space after this show, immediately after this show on Twitter. I'll be on the Algo Foundry space with my co-host, Kevin. I believe we're going to be joined by C-Will and maybe some others, but also Caesar, the man, the myth, the maybe legend, I don't know, but the guy behind Sus, I believe. I think that's true. I know for sure he was behind Tent and Broke Boys and some other stuff. So he feels misunderstood. I want to ask him some questions on why he thinks everybody is misunderstanding him, and then maybe, just give him some, just have a chat. Let's have a chat about it. He did seem to do a good job. He seemed to do a pretty good job getting people on another chain interested in his meme coin. So there's that. Anyways, that should be an interesting, fun conversation. Tiny Man teased their new token. I was listening to a Twitter space, I guess a few days ago, and it was the Wolf of Wall Street's daily whatever Twitter space, and Mario, whatever is on there, and Ran Nooner, or whatever his name is, was on there, and he was talking about his layer one strategy, his investment strategy. He's got it down to a science. He says you buy the native token, you buy the token for the biggest DEX, and you buy a meme coin. So if you're listening to this dude, which I don't really know why you would, but that does seem like a decent approach to an ecosystem to get a full exposure of the ecosystem. On Algorand, you would own Algo, and soon you would own Tiny, and of course you would own Coop, because we all know Coop is for the people and the things that you're going to get. But so that would work perfect, right? It's all about the gains, folks. I guess you could own a couple other ones. But on this show, you would own Coop, because that's why, because I'm Coop. But I'm not Coop. You know what I'm saying? Guys. But anyways, the point is that I think it's actually pretty bullish that Tiny is going to drop, or Tiny Man's dropping a token. I mean, that is a very clean, well-designed, long-standing, the highest TVL DEX on Algorand, and them coming out with the token should be fun. Should be fun for people that have been using this thing for years. I went over and I started, they have these NFTs that they've been giving out for a while. So I was like, I'm going to go sweep those NFTs. How much do they cost? Only 110 algo. I can get a little controller and a tiny gotchi for 220 algo. Even if they don't reward those holders, the cost is nil. So I did it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think they're going to reward the NFT holders with their token airdrop? I feel like I tweeted it, but I feel like on most chains, people would assume so, and those would be probably a little more expensive. But I don't know. I'm not going to sell them, so I'm not trying to hype these things so I can flip them for a profit. I am indeed going to hold them in hopes of maybe an airdrop or something. Folks Finance is also coming out with the token. I'm sure it'll be called Folks. I think they've already said it will be called Folks. And that's also exciting. Folks has a ton of cross-chain excitement. There's a lot of activity, I think is the word. Folks Finance has got a lot of cross-chain activity going on. Big partnerships. We just saw that they got another investment. They are always on the stage. They go to these contests in Europe or wherever, and they're always on the stage. They're either getting first place, second place, third place. They're always placing. They're always impressive. So Folks Finance is fantastic. They have a presence now on AVAX, Binance Chain. They're all over the place. Folks Finance is killing it. I mean, the ecosystem is growing. You have MESSINA as a bridge. There was some talk yesterday by Polka Gold about wanting to get native DOT onto the Algorand blockchain. I suggested MESSINA ONE, so we'll see if they are able to facilitate that. I think that's a good idea. MESSINA is a great bridge, but they're also an alternative to Folks Finance Liquid Governance. So there's competition. XBacked looks like it's being, some life breathed into it. A decentralized stablecoin that you can mint on XBacked. Partnership with mALGO just recently announced. So there's a lot going on. And when these tokens are popping up, now, a pessimist is like, okay, well, these tokens are cash grabs by these protocols. Or they're ways to distribute the value and to create excitement and, to create some sort of, governance model and all of the different things that they're going to break down to us that we're going to figure out. But I think it is bullish for the ecosystem. We need the exchange to have a token. We would like, these things, it's good for these tokens to exist. It creates ways for them to incentivize participation on their platform that is outside of algo and the, whatever community coins or whatever coins, that are boosting these farms. It gives a way to, for different ways, different exciting ways to participate and to gain value. So I'm excited about it all. I bought those NFTs as a hope to participate in it. And and then if you watched the show yesterday, you saw that John Woods came into the chat. He's coming on the show, he said, next week. So we're going to figure that out. And then he was in the AJ space, which I thought was done very well. I think AJ did a good job. And he definitely gave me a shout out, the ReCoop. So the ReCoop's back, baby. Maybe the scarlet letter has faded. So I'm excited to have John on the show. We're going to talk about all the things. I listened to that space. I listened to most of it. I had to leave at some point, so I didn't catch it all the way until the end. But I thought, John, of course, like as always, does a great job breaking it all down. And so we'll have a conversation where it won't be regurgitating what you've already heard on all of the different podcasts. I'm going to try to have a fun, we'll have a fun conversation that hopefully gets to the root of some of the things that we're all wondering. That's always what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. Anybody in the chat? What are we doing? All right, what's going on? Let's talk to the chat real quick. It's already 10:30. I do have that space at 11. So, guys, I clearly I'm still playing catch up with my life. I keep on showing up a little late for this damn show. And I appreciate you guys still coming on. There's not a whole lot of complaining about why are you late? What the hell's wrong with you? You guys never do that. I really appreciate it. But just so you know, it is my intention to actually show up at a consistent time because I'm sure it is slightly annoying. And also probably putting a cap on my audience because people are like, if I don't know what time I go there at 10 o'clock and it's no show, and then I look at 10:05 and there's no show, well, I move on to a new different thing to do. I don't want to wait for 20 minutes. So I understand that. We're going to work on that. Okay. What's up, Taco Coin? Good morning to you. What's up, Vince? Good morning. Good morning. Nice to see you back in the chat. Outsider, live on scene with Coop Daniels and the gang. Live on the scene with Coop. Live with me. Live and on the scene with Coop Daniels and the gang. What's up, Outsider? Took me a couple times, but I got it. Good morning to Everyday Algonaut. Thank you for showing up. Algorand to the moon with the new roadmap. Ludo is excited about Algorand and the new roadmap. And folks, I mean, this is almost feels like old news, but it was only Wednesday. It was only the day before yesterday that we learned of the technical roadmap for Algorand, and it looks good. A high emphasis on decentralization and participate, and incentivizing consensus and all of the things, making it faster, decentralizing it through peer-to-peer, gossip network instead of the relay network, or making the relay network optional for larger institutions. I mean, look, we're going to get into that a little bit with John next week for sure. All right. Happy Friday. What's up, Ice Age? Good morning to all. Brando Algo is in the building. Caleb, what's up? Good morning. Good morning, Coop. Good morning to you, Cap Hits. Aiden, let's get this stream to 10 likes before Coop even gets on. Let's go. This guy is fantastic. I'm sure he was agreeing with me when I was saying the fact that I keep on not showing up at a consistent time, because this guy's been in the chat trying to to gas me up a bit to let's take this to the next level, and I appreciate it. I'm starting to think Coop isn't going to show up. See, we're getting there. We're getting there, folks. Get that algorithm real interested in what Coop has to say. Hi there, VJ Fred. Well, good morning to you. That was another person, another protocol that had responded to my suggestion or Polka Gold was GORA. GORA also responded and said an Oracle would be perfect for this project. So look, it seems like both GORA and MESSINA are interested in helping Polka Gold figure out how to bridge DOT to Algorand, something that I've asked for in private channels and on this show in the past. I think we all know that I do hold some DOT, and I appreciate. I saw Max Kaiser. He posted something about like the different eras of Bitcoin and who the standouts were in those eras. And he said in the 2009, 2012 era that Gavin Wood is one of the standouts of that era. And does anybody know why Gavin Wood would be a standout in that beginning era of Bitcoin? I didn't know that he was really involved at all. I thought that he just came around on the scene, obviously with Ethereum. But I'm interested to know if he had any involvement with Bitcoin or any role in the growth of Bitcoin in the early days. I don't know. I guess I don't know enough about that. Share screen. Did I not share screen? What the hell happened? Iowa doesn't matter. Joe Biden. Did he say that? Okay. Keep going, Joe. Oh, Joey. Sweet Uncle Joey. Iowa doesn't matter. Good morning, Rowdy. What's up, GFY? GM, you guys are on it today. Let's go. Coop, you're giving everybody blue balls. Where you at? Let's go. Okay, so I still hadn't signed in at 10:24. Jesus. I hear time works differently in Cal. Okay, so we're getting to the point. I just thanked you guys for not complaining. It's good. Yeah, I'm on strike. We're on time strike. I mentioned this recently. A guy told me, I was like, man, I just keep on showing late everywhere because I'm usually actually a very timely person. Historically, it's really bothered me to be late. It was like something that really bothered me. But lately, I think it has something to do with 3 kids and being exhausted. But I've been showing up places late, and it's problematic for some people. And I was telling some guy, I was like, man, I keep on showing up late. And he goes, well, a lot of people say that people that are late are just overly optimistic. And I was like, all right, okay, I like that. Thanks, man. You can be my friend. It's on strike over there. Ha! All right, loving the shirt. Let's go. Sup, Coop. Happy Friday. There we go. We're back. Got me some algo at 17 cents. Oh, is it still sitting at 17? Do-do-do-do. Your beard is getting very beardy, Coop. I know, man. Oh, it's so great. At least it like shows up on screen now. I mean, it was so white that the earlier version, should I just go like and just be like, speak to you guys, smoke cigarettes? My toddler starts every day with violence. Oh, man. Beard's working on Yetifying itself. Let's go. Coughs invest and D-Fly. There we go. The wallet and invest. Wallet tokens. That's a hard one. The wallet tokens are a little bit different, but they exist. And yeah. I need to talk to these guys about the tokens and because I mean wallet tokens sort of confuse me, especially if you're getting the best swaps, because it seems like it's almost like the race on the Bitcoin spot ETFs, like it's like for the fee. It's like a race to the bottom because so DFlex exists on other protocols, so you can kind of get these swaps. And by the way, folks, I made this mistake, and I'm not trying to like be a dick about it. But I made a swap through Paraswap because the swap was competitive, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Like, I'll just do it here." They had integrated some Vest technology, but the swap was the same on Alamex as it was in the wallet. But dummy over here didn't realize that Para was going to charge you a somewhat significant fee for the convenience of doing it inside your wallet. I should have realized that that's what they were going to do. I should have anticipated that. Now, was it huge? Is it something that I should be that mad about? No, I'm not that mad about it. But I mean, I would have saved the 5 algo or whatever it was if I had just used Alamex, So, if you're using Paraswap, it's a good swap. It gives you a competitive swap for sure. I keep on saying the word swap, but they are going to charge you a fee that you don't necessarily see when you make the swap. And on Alamex, that fee is pretty transparent, unless I missed it, unless they show you the fee and I just missed it. So just beware if you're using Paraswap that there will be a fee charge after the swap happens, I think. And on Alamex, it's rather minimal. I think if you use, for example, I shouldn't even have used Paraswap. I should have just gone to TinyMan, for example, because the entire swap was just on TinyMan. And if on Alamex, correct me if I'm wrong, but if the entire swap is just on one DEX, then there is no fee. But I do like Vest and I do like DeFly. So I'm still got my tiny gotchis. Uncle Sam, there was a farm a while ago on TinyMan, and they were gatekeeping the farms with these tiny gotchis. Who was it that lent me a tiny gotchi for a while? That was really nice of them. Was that you, Uncle Sam? Where can you get a tiny gotchi? I bought mine on ALGO NFT. It was hard to search for them. So I don't know if maybe they're cheaper somewhere else and I just couldn't find them. But I did look at EXA. I looked at RAND and I was easy to find them on ALGO NFT. When I bought them, there was 2 at 110 algo. So I bought a tiny gotchi and then a tiny game or something, whatever, a little switch. It kind of looks like a switch, I guess. But so I just bought those just because it was only 220 algo. And, that's an easy way for them to airdrop their token if they're going to airdrop it to NFT holders. So you would think that possibly that would be a tier that got rewarded. But I have no insider information. TinyMan was tagged in my tweet and they did not. I haven't gotten a like or anything from them on that. So that very well could be a fool's mission. So let's be perfectly clear. I have nothing. Nobody has told me anything that you're going to get an airdrop if you hold one of these NFTs. So let's be clear about that. It just seems logical to me. And I just was like, wow, on any other chain after these tiny announcements and they have these NFTs, these would be so much more expensive. They're so pretty much affordable, right? I mean, what did I pay? At 20 cents, a fifth of that? I don't know. $20? I don't know. We'll see. So I got it on AlgoX NFT. Just look up TinyMan NFTs. But have you been farming their LPs? Might be wise move if you want to drop. Yeah, Uncle Sam's like, have you been doing have you been providing liquidity on TinyMan? I'm all, yeah, for many years. I've been messing around with that. And different wallets and all that. So I don't know how that'll work, but I'm sure it'll just be little airdrops all over the place. But yeah, definitely have been doing that. Yeah, exactly. I hear you. Good vibes. Evening Coop. When is the token launch, by the way? For Tiny? I don't know. Nico airdropping to various NFT projects. Yeah, I made sure that I added the Nico token to my my NFT wallet just in case. And I also received their airdrop early on, so I've got the Nico token. I've got that one. From Gecko Fan to Thirstober to Dragonfly to... Oh, I have some Thirstober stuff in a weird wallet. I did not add it to. Oh, well. What's up, GG? Yo, what's up, Captain Striker? Time's perfect for us in Europe. 3 beers in, working week done. That's what we're talking about. Keep drinking those beers, man, and congrats on getting to the end of another week. Beers aren't free. All right. Here you go. AlgoX NFT has a stack of Tiny Gotchi listed for sale. The floor is 135. There you go. So floor is 135. That makes sense. So maybe somebody listed one for 135 and undercut the floor, or maybe because I thought it was 142 after I swept. But yeah, Parawallet token incoming? No idea. Do you have 75,000 vest? I don't. I don't have either of those. So I probably would be getting better swaps than anybody else, right? I do not have. I did have 250,000. No, I used to have enough DFly, but one governance period, I just kind of swapped out of DFly just to do something else to do like a more advantageous farm. I just left it, but so I haven't really been using DFly, but yeah, no. And then 75,000 vest, I've never had anywhere near that. I keep a vest in my trading wallets just in case, just so I can get a somewhat better trade. But yeah, no, I don't own those. I don't own those metrics. So maybe I would have a better appreciation for those tokens if I did. I swapped some USDC I was using as collateral on Folks Finance, swapped to Algo, got paid 13 cents. Hey, man, life is love and love is life. I don't know exactly what you mean, but just that's great. Might have been. Yeah, their fee is high. I use Para once and rather do it in Tiny Man. Yeah, I mean, it's true. I mean, it seems like they got, it's better. It's a better router now that they've integrated Vestige technology or whatever. But yeah, the fee's high. So there is a convenience fee, which makes sense. And, I'm not going to hate on them for having a convenience fee. We got to be careful about hating on people trying to make some money. You know what I'm saying? Name me a price. Do we still have the ability to lend the NFT? I don't know. Stuck 100,000 of that initial Nico airdrop in a vault on VestigeFi to be unlocked in a year. All right, Uncle Sam's all in. He's ready to go. Bingo. Let's go. 250,000 DeFi Alpha going for about 500 USD right now. Yeah, it's too much. I don't want to spend $500 on my wallet. When I got it over 2 years ago, it was over $1,000. Yeah, that's why I'm a little worried about wallets. That's funny. Oh man. Well, hey, you know what? Look, that's funny. Sorry. Super sales on DeFi Invest. So he's putting the right spin on it. Okay, got some good free algos come over. Claimed my whale gubbed NFT today and listed for 2,000 algos. Got back 18 after fees. Sweet. Sold your whale NFT for 2,000 algos. Damn. No. I'm not suggesting we sweep the Tiny Man NFT floor. Please don't. I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just telling you that's what I did. I bought a tiny gotchi for 110 algo, and then I bought a tiny controller or whatever the hell it's called for 110 algo because they are talking about a tiny token is coming soon. And just my imagination, I have no insider information. I swear to God, I don't. I do not have, nobody's told me anything, but it's just my imagination seems that would be a good vehicle to airdrop to people. So I purchased those things out of truly just like a completely speculative move. That's it. Folksy Govs, NFT give discounts on. Coop has no sympathy for us. I've been holding so long. I now have 207. Dan Coop has no sympathy. All right, let's move on. All right, I do have sympathy for you guys. Oh my God, I just spent 20 minutes talking in the chat. For the love of Christ. All right, let's move on. Let's share my screen and now I have 10 minutes. What is wrong with me? Just chatting? Well, hey, I do a whole show just talking to you guys. Why not? Why not, right? What's the cost? It's Friday. You guys can join me on where the party continues on the Twitter space after this. The party continues. All right, the Dow, holy shnikes, it went up 350 points, up almost 1%. The S&P 500 up 1%, and the NASDAQ up over 1%, almost 200 points. The S&P 500 jumps to an all-time high, surpassing previous records set 2 years ago. Big, HODL, Van Eck, Bitcoin Trust. It's a good ticker. S&P 500 jumps to an all-time high, surpassing previous records set 2 years ago. Well, there you go. Damn. Stellantis CEO says automaker won't sell EVs at a loss like other car makers. So Stellantis apparently does not want to be competitive in the EV market. Biden administration plans to slash overdraft fees at big banks. Okay. Super micro shares soar more than 30% record. Okay, I don't care. Levi's has a yoga clothesline. I didn't know that. Apple 3500 Vision Pro headset now available to order ahead of the February 2 release. What the hell is the Vision Pro? Augmented reality? Or is that VR? I don't even know. I'm not even up on it. We're not going to click on it either. All right. Well, there you go. PayPal bounce. Didn't they tease like some big announcement? All right. Bloomberg. Okay, so the stock market, this must mean, is crypto performing like the stock market is? Because they say that we're linked. And this is pretty intense. This is a big boost in the founder of crypto firm USI Tech charged with fraud. Fifth Third plans to boost headcount in Southeast. Altman seeks to raise billions for network of AI chip factories. Ba-do-do-do. China's 6.3 trillion stock sell-off is getting uglier by the day. YouTube and Spotify won't launch Apple Vision Pro apps, joining Netflix. Huh. They're like, you're going to have a walled garden? We'll have a walled garden, bitch. All right, let's look at the block real quick. Okay. Oh, I was reading this last night. Treasury officials call for action from U.S. policymakers to regulate crypto before the next crisis hits. They both, Brad Garlinghouse from Ripple and this Treasury official kind of like throw shade at Dogecoin. It was pretty funny. I mean, you guys, if you want, you can read this on the block. But my interpretation of this from the Treasury guy is that they do recognize that that crypto is here to stay, and it does add value. They just don't think it's in things like Dogecoin, which makes sense. Oh, so I guess crypto isn't exactly pumping, is it? We'll look at the prices in a second. Bitcoin continues to hover around 41 as Grayscale's fund dominates spot ETF volumes. That's not good news because those are sell. The volume is on the sell side. Booyakasha. All right. SEC versus Binance court showdown is delayed to next week over snowstorm. Okay. All right. Let's go to EOS desk. All right. Bullish Bitcoin bets rise as implied volatility slides. Some traders bought Bitcoin calls at 45,000, 46,000 during Thursday's U.S. trading hours, according to over-the-counter institutional currency trading networks. Crypto bulls lose $217 million amid concern about Grayscale outflows. Got to say, BitBoy or Ben Armstrong, whatever he's going by, I think he's going by Ben. He posted, when the spot Bitcoin ETFs were launching and everybody thought it was going to the moon, and it didn't happen. And now everybody thinks that it's going to go down, and that probably won't happen too. I sort of agree with him on that. Now, it probably will still go down. It's definitely possible that it'll go down further because we do have all of these outflows from the Grayscale ETF. I mean, Grayscale in general, I guess I should say. But yeah, from the ETF. And so that should put pressure. But if anybody calling for like the 20s, mid 20s and stuff like that, I just feel like that's a dream that they want you to believe. But we'll see. Justin Sun's HTX services restored after exchange hit by DDoS attack. No more than a 50% chance of spot Ether ETF approval by May, JP Morgan says. Okay. ARK is buying their own ETF. That's one of the lovely things about ARK is that they can buy a bunch of their ETF on their other baskets. Ether could soar in 2024 on the back of Denkin upgrade. Okay. Bitcoin instantly topped silver in the ETF market. All right, we know all this shit. Tokenization in Davos. Blah 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 blah. Okay, let's look at Let's look at prices. Volume here. All right. So we're neutral. So we're going to a neutral state. Tron founder Justin Sun addresses UN concerns on USDT. Justin Sun, founder of the Tron blockchain, contested the UN report's assertions on USDT, pointing out factual inconsistencies and affirming Tron's dedication to maintain blockchain integrity. The UN report highlighted concerns over the misuse of blockchain technology, focused on the role of USDT in money laundering and scams, particularly in Southeast Asia. In a January 19th X post, Sun acknowledged these concerns but disputed certain details related to USDT transactions on Tron. He emphasized Tron's dedication to working against blockchain misuse while also pointing out inaccuracies on the UN's finding. As an individual serving as a diplomatic ambassador in international institutions, UN, WTO, I am deeply aware of the importance of blockchain technology for global cooperation. At the same time, education of blockchain knowledge are particularly important. The UN's warning centered on the increasing utilization of USDT and unlawful activities with online gambling platforms in Southeast Asia being significant channels, like Rollbit, probably, right? Tether, the company behind USDT, responded by emphasizing its vital role in developing economies and its commitment to transparency, arguing that these factors make USDT a less likely tool for illegal operations. Tether also highlighted its efforts to combat misuse, including a November incident where it helped the Department of Justice freeze about $225 million in USDT linked to a human trafficking group. This was in response to the UN report's emphasis on the use of USDT in various fraudulent schemes. Tron's statement following Sun's remark focused on its significant role in the circulation of USDT through the TRC-20 protocol and its global market presence. The network also discussed partnerships with on-chain forensics experts to transactions on its blockchain. All right. You guys get it. Let's look at prices. All right. So Bitcoin is at 40. Is this okay? So it's not really, it's bouncing around, but it's green. It's green in the last hour. It's been looking up. It's like the stock market is, it's like, wait, me too. But then Grayscale is like, nah, bitch. All right. Oh, man. So 4175 and volume's ticking up. So that's good. Ethereum's under 2,500. Volume's ticking up. Tether is gaining its peg again. I mean, did it depeg? Not really, but it was lower than 99.9. BNB doing all right. Solana's up 2% over the last hour, but at 93, so it's under pressure. At what point should I just close that short and never think about Solana again, folks? Cardano slipped below 50 cents. AVAX is slipping too. It's down 11%, 4% in the last 24 hours at 32. Been living around 35 for a while. Polkadot's also slipping and tripping. Underneath 7, down 12% over the last week. We got Chainlink holding strong above 15. Bing dong 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 dong. Down 17%, under $3. I would not be buying that at $3 personally, but that's okay. You do what you like. Hedera is under 7.5 cents. Lehman Baird's out there shaking hands and remembering and kissing babies. Brad Garlinghouse, John Woods of Algorand, decentralized seed recovery is the new, what are those Stanley Cups? Why are people so excited about those cups? I don't understand it. I don't know about it. I just know they're Stanley, and I think that people are like lining up to get cups. Why? What? It's fine. All right. So say what you want to say is down 5% over the last day, but still green over the last week. Algorand. You can build Uber on top of it. Is at 17.5 cents. Bummer. Down 7% over the last 7 days, 2% over the last 24 hours. It looks like 59 million. That's about where algo volume usually is. It seems that DWF has moved on to trading other things, but he'll be back. He'll be back. But Tezos, $1. Man, these are the days. I remember when Tezos was glued to $1. We're back. We're back, baby. FTX, FTT down to 2.5, 260, down 17% over the last 7 days. So yeah, they're taking their money and running with the FTX token. Is Sol next, or did Sol, or have they just successfully created market effects for it and it's going to stay up here around $100? But I don't think so. But I'm tired of thinking about it for $300. That's what I do, guys. I obsess about things that actually don't matter to me, like a 4 algo, 5 algo fee on Paraswap. I'll think about that because I'm just like so neurotic about these types of things. It's all good. Well, let's look at Vestige, and then we got to go. Shit, it's 11:01. Okay, real quick, because I got to go do a Twitter space. Let's look at Vestige, and then come join me on Twitter. On Twitter. All right, Sus is down 4%. We're going to go talk about that right now. Polka Gold down 4%. We're going to go probably not talk about that right now. Orange down 5%. Probably not going to talk about that either. Seals. What happened to the seals? There's a cute little seal there, and it's down 30%. What the fuck, bro? All right, chips feeling green in the last 24 hours, even though that chart over 7 days doesn't look great. Polka Gold looking pretty good, down 4% in the 24 hours. Okay, 24 cents, but still high volume. DFly is fine. Vestige is looking fine. Opal is down to 11 cents. So that's doing okay, I guess. It was up 15, 16 cents. The volume is still about 22,000. So it's pretty good. Akita still in the green. Akita in the green. KubeCoin, a little bit of a lamenting in the KubeCoin community about the G-Algo initiative because it is just, it is linked Coop a bit more to algo price action than I think that the guys like. The guys that are pulling strings on the CRV, they like to have Coop paired against a lot of different assets because they want it to have an independent price action. And the G-Algo contest is linked Coop more to the algo price action. So you're seeing US dollars go down, but I bet you, and let's just look before we go. Okay, so this is it according to dollars, which is obviously having a nice little moment right here, right there. It's called a V-shaped recovery, kind of. And then let's look at algo. Bet you that's a different chart. Oh, all right. I mean, still, I guess it's similar. It had a huge increase here, and okay, maybe I don't know. Who knows? What the hell am I talking about? Who knows what the hell I'm talking about? See, I have 2 vests in that, whatever that wallet is. Okay. All right, folks. Hey, thanks for hanging out. I'll look at the chat real quick, and then we got to go. I got to go. I'm late. Time's perfect for us. Okay, cool. Do you have 75? I don't have any of that. I want it. Send it to me. Just kidding. All right, bingo. Let's go. Stuck 100,000 of that initial Nico airdrop in a vault on Vestige. Yep, peace. Cool. When I got it over 2 years ago, it was over $1,000. That's a bummer. No, I'm not suggesting anything. Okay. Coop has no sympathy for us. Well, I do. We're all hurting. I've done enough swaps to pay for the initial investments. Otherwise, I'd be hurting more about paying more for DeFi a couple years back. There you go. 3% APY is lovely. Makes up for losing $1,000. Hey, now there's 5.9%. A better rate. But batshit Ben. BlackRock will tokenize everything, only a matter of time, right? I don't think BTC allows them to forward the tokenization strategy. They need to own a chain or have an ETF. I know they're gonna just JP Morgan chain it. But Felicia, hello, Felicia. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. What the fuck, bro? I don't know what she's yelling at me for, but those percentages are versus algo, not the dollar. Everything is down. Okay. Are you sure though, by the way? Okay. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a great weekend. Make sure you hop over to X, go to the Algo Foundry, Twitter profile and listen to the space. Let's get into it. Enfolded is going to be on the show. We're going to talk about Sus. I think he's going to be on the show. And I think we're also being joined by Seawill. We're going to find out right now. You're probably in that space being like, where's Coop? And they're like, where's Coop? All right.